Who is Jake? Thanks, SHT. I'm so sorry, son. I have to arrest you for working for him. Arrest him.
OMG girl, Hazel, what happened?
He said he was working for Yik and I.
Wait, what? OMG. Sienna no was working for Jake.
I know he's my boyfriend. You guys are so dumb, ha ha ha. Knock.
Sienna, off my son. Is that correct?
Thanks, did Noah do? Yes.
Come with me.
Hi guys, this is the end of the story. I will be making new stories D. Tyson for all love on this story 3.
Wait, Jam. Yes.
Oh haha, you gone there for a second.
Yeah. Haha. Well, actually.
Oh, Noah texted me.
Hey weirdo.
Hey weirdo. Ariana just pranked me.
About what was prank?
That Shestial likes Jake the cheater.
Haha, I have a friend named Jake. About liking people.
Oh sorry, have to EP.
Hey, you're Jake's girlfriend, right?
Yes sir. Who's asking?
OUHM? In his friend. So, is Hennis to you?
They talk.
Why the heck are you texting me girlfriend?
It's because I think I love you.
This is what you said last time, but then I saw you with my friend Noah.
Wait, what? What does her look like?
Brown hair. He normally has a beanie on and he has glasses.
OMG, I have to check something. Hey.
Hello.
Can you send me a picture of Noah?
Sure. One attachment sent.
OMG.
What is it?
OUHM nothing, have to take care of something, bye.
Hey weirdo.
Hey weirdo.
Ariana just asked him for a picture of you.
Oh, that's weird. Booty have to tell you something.
What is it?
I like you.
Ariana. Noah just told me he likes me.
I have to tell you something about Noah.
Shoot, I forgot to answer him. I like you too.
So, are we a couple now?
I guess, haha.
I was so nervous.
And I was so scared total you.
Haha.
I kissed.
So this was for my 19th birthday, I believe. I really wanted like a tiny little crown tattoo on the back of my neck. I saw it on Pinterest and I was like, I need this tattoo. I need it right now. So I messaged my normal tattoo guy and he was already booked for like the next few days, and like I said, I wanted it right then and there, which was a very big mistake looking back at it. And it was a Sunday, so not many tattoo shops were even open in the first place, except for one. I wish I could just out this place. It is literally the most horrible place run by the most horrible people. But anyway, I go in. He told me that he could do it, but it has to be bigger because he can't do something that small. Which I've seen tattoo artists do tiny little tattoos, so that was the first red flag. But I was being impulsive and stubborn and I really wanted that tattoo right then and there, so I said okay. He put the stencil on me and it looked small, it looked good. After having him tattoo my neck for over an hour and a half, I started to get worried. Part 2 of my tattoo horror story. So I was in the tattoo shop for about 2.5 hours. This wasn't because he was tattooing me for 2 hours, but because he kept on taking short breaks. He kept on telling me that he had to take a smoke break. And I was like, okay, that's fine, do what you gotta do. It was only him and another guy working there, nobody else. And every time he would take a smoke break, him and his coworker would go outside. During like the 3rd smoke break that they had, I had to pee, so I went to the bathroom. And when you're coming out of the bathroom, you're able to see outside, like through the window. So I noticed that the guy that was giving me my tattoo had a pill bottle in his hand. I kind of figured it was like Tylenol or something. But he was pouring it into his coworker's hand and he looked mad sus. So I go back and I wait in the room, sitting in the chair. Mind you, my friend was with me. And they took another 10-15 minutes to come back. And the way that I was sitting, my head was kind of like leaning down. So every time he would come back, the door was behind me, so I didn't really have to look at his face. And keep in mind that this was the longest break that he took the whole time. So after we left, my friend told me that that time that he came back, he had white powder all in his nose and he was trying to wipe it off. And my tattoo got infected.
So it's Friday night. My man tells me he's going to go out with the boys for a little while. So, of course, a couple hours later, I check his location on the OnStar, which, by the way, he knows absolutely nothing about. And he's at this particular address that's unfamiliar to me. And I'm like, you know what? The last few times he's gone out, he's been going to this address. And I'm now really curious. I want to know who the fuck lives there. I'm like, I need to stalk his ass. So I'm thinking about it. And I'm like, I got to call my sister to come over here. She'll watch the kids while they're sleeping. I'll take her car, go to this apartment, look through the window and see what's going on. And imagine I look through the window.
Extremely toxic best friend story time. So when I was in 8th grade, there was this boy. And this boy would go around telling almost every girl that he liked her. And I was one of those girls. And he would do stuff with all of us. And there were like 11 of us. So we all hated each other. Especially this one girl, and we're gonna call her Abby. And every time we saw each other, we would be super mean to each other. Well, a year passed, we stopped talking to this kid. And I bumped into her at homecoming and basically apologized. So after that, we became best friends. And everything was good until every time I told her about a guy, she would start talking to them. Like this one boy that I was Snapchatting and talking to, she accidentally sent nudes to him and said, "Oh, sorry, I meant to send them to my boyfriend." So then she called one of my other best friends and said, "No, it actually wasn't an accident." And of course he told me because he was my best friend. So I was like, whatever, and stopped talking to the boy. And she did it again, like for part 2. Extremely toxic best friend part 2. So pretty much her excuse for that was, oh, well, he said that he was gonna leak my nudes if I didn't send him them again. Which was a lie because literally half the school already had her nudes. So then I started talking to this other boy. And he lived like right down the street from her. So she was like, if you want to go to his house, you can. And I was like, are you sure? And she said, yeah, just go tell my mom. And I was like, oh, okay. So I went and told her mom where I was going and went over his house. So I walked back to her house and she literally locked me out. Like her mom had to come open the door for me to let me in. And she was like, oh, it's a good thing you came back when you did. Because I was going to drive you home now and tell your dad everything that you did. And she goes, I don't think you guys should be together because you're unexperienced. And she would always tell me how he flirts with her all the time. So after our friendship ended, she goes, I just felt like it was always a competition between me and you.
Ladies, this is why you should always be cautious while driving alone at nighttime. If you ever find yourself in a situation where a car is following you or making every single turn that you make, do not, and I repeat, do not drive home. And this is why. So I started talking to this one guy through this online dating app. Yes, I know the dangers, baby. I was desperate. I was taking my chances regardless. I decided to go on a date, and that would be the first time that I would ever see him in person. Never FaceTime before this, and he looked exactly how he did in his pictures. The way I was ready to with his fine self. Point is, he looked scrumptious. Anyways, y'all get it. Y'all get the point. Well, I was already at the restaurant we were supposed to meet up at, and I was waiting for him. We had a really good time, but it was time for me to go to bed because I was getting tired. Mind you, I didn't see his car when he pulled up. He just walked in. But anyways, I start to drive home. Well, 15 minutes into the drive, I kind of noticed that there's a car behind me that has taken every single turn that I have taken since I left the restaurant. So I start taking random turns to see if the car would still follow me, and it did. Well, eventually, I stopped to park in a random driveway. At first, that same car passes by me, but then it turns right back around, parks behind my car.
Story time about my toxic ex-boyfriend that I met in therapy. Little background information. I was a part of this therapy group where you would go every week and talk about your feelings. Well, I saw this really cute kid, so I wrote down my Snapchat and gave it to him. He added me back, and then we started dating like a week later. And for the first 2 or 3 months, everything was going smooth. And then he became really toxic and controlling. Like, he would always go through my phone. And any guy that I had a streak with, he would accuse me of cheating on him with them. And it got to the point where he was literally so clingy. Like, every second of every day he wanted to FaceTime, he had to be talking to me. I had to have my location on. And I would explain to him that I needed my space, but he literally just did not get the hint. So by this point, we were literally on and off all the time. And anytime that I broke up with him, I would block him because I didn't want to think about him. But he started calling my parents and complaining about me. So they blocked him. And then he tried being friends with my brother to get to me.
This is why you should never join a non-tagged game. So I joined my cousin and she was playing this game. Basically, a non-tagged game is if you can say anything without it being tagged out. So me and my cousin were messing around by saying these bad words because it wouldn't tag out. And we started chatting a little until a group of people came up to us saying really inappropriate things. But we just ignored them and moved out because it's a big map. But they were following us saying even more bad things. So we just left the game and joined the game called Vibe Room. Basically, it's just a really cool game where you can just sit down and chat with your friends. Then the same group joined us in that game, and we do not even know how because we did not friend them. Then they kept telling us to friend them. They literally spammed it. I'll do part 2. Part 2 of why you should never join a non-tagged game. So we were in Vibe Room, and the same group of people joined us somehow and started spamming, friend me, friend me, friend me. Obviously, we kept saying no, and it was getting pretty annoying, so we muted them by doing /mute and then their username. But then they started coming close to our Roblox characters and started to pretend to do some inappropriate things. So then we just left. And 2 hours later, I wanted to play by myself, so I went in Tower of Hell. And the same group of people joined us again. And I thought that my friend was friends with these guys, but we didn't know which friend it was. I have 172 friends on Roblox, so I didn't know which one it was. And so I messaged some of my friends on Roblox. See you in part 3. Part 3 of why you should never join a non-tagged game. So at this point, I blocked all the people that were doing the stuff. And by the way, it was online dating stuff that they were saying. It's not like really bad things, but it was kind of disturbing. But some certain people in that group were saying some bad stuff. But anyways, I messaged my friends and nobody knew about them. So I just minded my business, even though I was still curious, and I joined Adopt Me. Of course, the group didn't join because they were blocked, but one of my friends did. She told me that she found out what happened. She told me that one of my friends made these groups of people come join me. So I messaged her about it. Sorry I have to do this. See you in part 4. Part 4 of why you should never join a non-tagged game. My friend says she knows the person that knows these guys and friends them so that they can come to me. We're gonna call her Amelia. So I messaged Amelia and she said it was for revenge, and I was so confused at this point. She says it was revenge for stealing her Roblox crush. And I said it wasn't me because I don't online date. Then she sent a screenshot of her online crush next to a girl almost with the same username as me. And I told Amelia that that girl had 3 eyes in her username and I only had 2. For some reason, she still didn't believe me. Sorry for this. See you guys in part 5.
When I was little, I found my mom's credit card. And, being a 6-year-old, I saw my mom putting the credit card on her phone, and I knew how she did it. So, I decided that I was going to put it on my phone. So, I put it on my phone, and I was downloading Roblox, because I thought, hey, I can play with my friends here. That day, I spent $2,000 worth of freaking money on Robux. Let's just say a lot of my friends thought I was really cool and rich. When my mom found out, I hid from her for seriously like a day, and then once I got in there, she wasn't mad. She just said I was Captain Robux.
Hello, my love.
Jake, why are you doing this? I did nothing to you.
Yes, you did. You broke up with me.
That's not even that bad. Help.
Sienna, please tell me if I'm safe. Please, Sienna, should I call cops? Sienna, come in. Is Jake there? OMG, I think Jake has Sienna.
What? Call the cops.
But what if Jake does something to the cops?
They know how to handle this.
911, what's your emergency?
Could ya please go to the address? I think me friend Ice getting hurt.
We will send a cop there. Early that dumb. Ha! Grabs knife.
ITS the police.
Grabs Jake.
Thank you so much, sir.
That's what in here for. This is Snover.
Noah, are you okay? Noah.
I kissed Noah.
Well, when?
I don't remember. I think when Jake.
Enough with Jake. Why would you even like him? You know what? You kissed Ariana.
What? No, I didn't.
I know you did.
When?
She admitted it.
I'm sorry, Booty, don't remember.
Of course you don't.
I'm serious.
Do you not like me?
What, of course I do.
Well, it doesn't feel like it.
Hey, bro. Hey, man. Is everything going to plan? Yeah, just as you wanted it. Great. When am I getting the money? You ask me Memphis every week. When you did everything. Okay.
Hey.
Hi.
You told my boyfriend you love him.
UHM.
Well, I have to confess something.
Can you tell him later?
Okay. I don't like you anymore.
What?
I gotta go.
Oh, Sienna. You don't know who you're rinsing with.
What? OMG, I won lottery.
Lady Gaga.
What?
I mean, Goo Goo Gaga. What?
Liam, I won the lottery.
For? How much?
1 mil.
Almost CA and a 50 OK.
No.
Money.
OMG, your first word.
Girl, that ain't my first word.
Or only 1 year old how?
Netflix.
Okay.